So this is going to be a very different kind of video than what I usually make with just doing reviews or something else. I wanted to do something different today, and since the new Avengers movie, Avengers Infinity War, if you've not heard about it, then you're probably living under a rock. I'm sorry to tell you that. But it is the most anticipated Marvel film that out of all the 18, out of all the other 18 movies, this is the most anticipated one as far as I know. I can relate to myself as I've been waiting for this movie about 4 to 5 years, and it's coming out tomorrow. I'm recording this on Thursday, late Thursday afternoon, and I'm seeing the movie tomorrow on opening day on April 27th. So some people have seen it tonight. I'm seeing it tomorrow. I'm very excited for the film. It's probably one of my most anticipated films of all time. I've never been more excited for a movie, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull a Theory Thursday and make probably this going to be a super long video of me talking about my theories and predictions towards Avengers Infinity War as a whole. And you see, I have my semi-professional background, just me talking, rambling. This is probably like a big rambling video to see me, my ugly face, talking for probably like 25 minutes. I don't know how long this video is going to be, so bear with me if you want to, but I'm probably going to hit my head on the shelf a couple of times. I may say ouch in the middle of saying something or something else. I got some comic books here, Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War, and you see I kind of went silent there for a second because I have to catch my breath, and I talk a lot, so once again, oh my gosh, I was about to burst. Bear with me. And I got my iPad here because if I want to look back at clips, trailers, and anything else, I have it to my advantage to look back at it, and that's what I'm going to be basing off of a lot of my theories and predictions off of, is the trailers and clips and TV spots. So, yeah, excuse me if I keep doing that. It's like kind of like, yeah. So, it's going to be a lot, like I said, it's kind of, to me, it seems like this is going to be more of like a rambling video, just me just going on and on. It's like, alright, we get your theories, guy, but I'm just going to do whatever the heck I can. This one, it's cool to make these kind of videos. It's kind of like, it gets you more excited, like, oh, I wonder if I was right about this. And I like to relate to people's theories of what they think about what's going to happen in the film. And if you have any theories towards the film, post in the comment section down below. I'll check them out and see if, like, hey, that's cool, that's a cool idea, maybe that will happen. But I mean, it's only until the movie comes out, well, basically tonight. But it's cool to think about right before that. I should have made this a while ago, but I guess it's, it never hurts to do it last minute sometimes. So, without further ado, I'm going to begin. So we're going to start, I guess, what I think is going to happen at the beginning of the movie is that Thanos is going to destroy Xandar and get the Power Stone from the Nova Corp. That's basically all that's to it. I think this is going to be like opening scene with maybe Xandar on fire or something. But like I said, I've not seen the movie, so one more thing is that if it seems like I'm spoiling something, I've not seen the movie. Just letting you know. As the title says, theories and predictions. I don't know what the title is, and future I won't say my real name. Future self will probably, you get the point. So yeah, like I said, beginning of the movie, I think Thanos is going to Xandar, get the Power Stone from Nova Corp, just destroy Xandar, and then he comes upon Loki and Thor as shown from the post-credit scene in Thor Ragnarok with the Sanctuary 2, Thanos' ship, showing up right to the side of Thor's ship, and that ship is massive. It's a really cool ship. I like that. I think there's a Funko Pop with Thanos sitting on top of it, so that's pretty cool. So, what I believe is that Thanos and the Black Order are going to come aboard. They're going to pretty much, I think, going to kill the Asgardians, which leads into what Kevin Feige said about Thanos being the biggest, the baddest, the best Marvel villain in the first 5 minutes of the film, and I think that'll be the first 5 minutes of the film with Thanos destroying Xandar and killing all the Asgardians. I think they'll be within the first 5 minutes. I don't know if he's going to kill Valkyrie or Heimdall. I hope they don't kill Valkyrie, because she was a new character in Thor Ragnarok, and I believe she's going to be in Avengers 4. But Heimdall I think he's going to be a close one. I think he will. People are saying, oh, he may have the Soul Stone, but I don't think he does. I know people are saying about the eyes, and I was like, I don't know. But I don't have any kind of theory behind that. I just don't think Heimdall has the Soul Stone, but that's just me. So yeah, I think the Black Order, like I said, Thanos kills all the Asgardians, and then the Black Order finds Thor and Loki. Loki brought the Thanos. Thanos, you should see one of the shots in the trailer of him taking off the armor or the helmet he had on. And, Thanos is like, I haven't seen you since, that whole battle with New York when they had the little deal with Loki going down to Earth to find the Tesseract and go back, or send his army on the Earth, but he used the Mind Stone and, he used the spear and the Mind Stone to, he used his scepter, go down to Earth, get the Tesseract. That's how he freed all the Chitauri from wherever it was that Thanos was, and then the symbol to Earth, and that was the whole battle of New York City. That was from Avengers 1, and I remember seeing one of the clips of Bruce Banner saying, yeah, that was all Thor, behind that, and I will get to that. I mean, not all Thanos. I get mixed up already, so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I think Loki gives Thanos the Tesseract, as is shown in many shots, and if he refuses to, he'll crush Thor's head, as is shown in a couple of shots also, with Thanos' massive hand crushing Thor's little puny head. So Loki gives in the Tesseract, and places it forward in hand, and Thanos gladly takes it, and as shown in one of the shots I thought was really cool, he just crushes the Tesseract easily, and then he just puts his little part of the Tesseract onto the gauntlet of the Space Stone, so now he has the Power Stone and the Space Stone. So, and then I believe that Thanos will order the Black Order. I got a little wrong, but he has probably Proxima Midnight or Corvus Glaive to kill Loki. And Thor, that's probably one of the shots where him not like with his head getting crushed by someone, him yelling or crying or screaming, whatever he was doing, which that could possibly happen. I think Loki has a minute of him dying. This guy, if it's spoiled there, then a lot of people were saying is Loki's not shown a lot in the advertisement, so he could have a different role in the movie. We don't know. Just like Hawkeye, he's just not there at all. I don't know what the deal with Hawkeye is. I don't think I'm gonna get into that in this movie. A little off topic there. So yeah. Proxima Midnight or Corvus Glaive kills Loki, and then the Black Order and Thanos leave. They destroy the ship, and then everyone's left out in space. Thor survives for some reason, and the Guardians find him from the D23 trailer that we saw last year. I believe there's a little clip of that. He lands on their window shield, and they bring Thor inside. Mantis wakes Thor up, and I think what will happen is that Thor tells the Guardians everything about Thanos, and the Gamora's like, oh yes, that's like, oh, my father, he's going at the Infinity Stones. I think they'll split up because Thor's like, I have an idea. I'm gonna build my new weapon where my first weapon, Mjolnir, his hammer was originally made. He'll go back to there. He'll go with Rocket and Groot. They go the little pod that was shown in many of the trailers and some of the Lego sets. And the Guardians go off to find Thanos. It's probably, forgot to mention that maybe Thor overheard Thanos about him finding the next stone, the Reality Stone from the Collector, the Ether, which the Collector was given at the end of the Thor: The Dark World post-credit scene. So Thanos will go after there, and so the other Guardians, Drax, Gamora, Star-Lord, and Mantis go to nowhere, and they find, as I think there's a leaked clip that was unedited. Well, some of it was unedited, but it was with Thanos having his foot upon the Collector, saying, "Where's the stone?" And the Guardians are trying to be quiet, and then Drax was getting all mad. He's like, he's gonna pay for what he did to my family. Thanos killed Drax's wife and daughter. But yeah, that's right, wife and daughter. So I think what's going to happen there, Guardians get beaten up, or that Thanos takes Gamora and goes off with the Space Stone. I think that'll be interesting. I think that's what's going to happen. Is we didn't really see Gamora on Titan, which we'll get into shortly, but that's my theory what's going to happen there. I'm not sure what's going to really go on with Thor, Rocket, and Groot. I think they're just doing their own thing, like going after, again, the Stormbreaker. That's Thor's new weapon he's going to get in the film, which I don't really think that's a cool name compared to Mjolnir. It's like you went from a really unique and kind of complex name to really just a generic name. So hopefully it has a different name. Hopefully, I hope it does something like, I don't know, Aether or something like that. I just mix it. Yeah, you get it. So where I go next? So I think maybe after what happened at Thor's ship with him destroying it, I think Thanos sends Corvus Glaive and Ebony Maw to to Earth to find the Time Stone and the Mind Stone. Actually, no, he may put the whole Black Order. Have the whole Black Order, Proxima Midnight, Corvus Glaive, Cole Obsidian, Ebony Maw in the Q ship, and I guess they kind of go into two teams. Cole Obsidian and Ebony Maw go to New York, and then Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive go to wherever Wanda and Vision are. I think it's probably like, I was thinking of the UK. I don't know why. Maybe I think of my pal Rengus, but maybe or France. I don't know. But they're probably like a little romantic honeymoon. After the events of Civil War, that everyone went off to go to their own thing. So I think that Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive find Wanda and Vision. That's probably shown in the trailer. They get in a whole fight with that. That happens. And then Cap, Falcon, and Black Widow show up, or Nomad for, I think that's how you say it, for Captain America's new name. So I like it. It's cool. It's a different thing for Captain America. But they had a little fight go on, and I remember seeing a clip with Corvus Glaive getting stabbed. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I think they're very close to getting the Mind Stone off of the Vision's head. But I do not think they succeed, as we see later on in one of the trailers with Vision and Wakanda getting like kind of surgery going on, which I'll get into later. So yeah, the whole fight with Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight, Black Widow, Captain America, Falcon, Vision, and Wanda, or Scarlet Witch, happened. And so I think that either Corvus Glaive would be killed, maybe. I think that's the only part that we haven't seen too much of the Black Order in the trailers or TV shots, so that's the only real clip we have of them. But I think they're all scattered around the movie, not all together at some parts. Maybe just with the Thor ship. But I think after that, the Avengers go back to the Avengers Initiative, the place that was from the end of Age of Ultron. So where they meet Rhodey, and they get in contact with T'Challa, saying that, hey, we got a problem. This is guy named Thanos that's trying to, or maybe he gets in contact with Tony. I remember seeing Tony with a flip phone. And yes, I'll get into New York shortly. I just want to talk about this section because it's kind of shorter than what's going to go on with Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Peter Parker. Peter Parker. So, yeah. They meet Rhodey at the Avengers Initiative. They get in contact with Tony, and they find out about everything about Thanos, how they're going after the Mind Stone, what's on Vision's head. And so they get in contact with T'Challa. They go to Wakanda, and we'll stop for there for now. Now we'll get on to New York, where the Q ship shows up, appears on the bus, as we saw one of the trailers, and plus a clip of it. And I think that maybe. So yeah, Peter goes on to see what happens. Or actually, I'm actually a little early. Forgot to mention, Bruce Banner, the Hulk. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I think what happens to the ship. Forgot to mention, Hulk probably tries to want to fight Thanos. Kind of beats him with destroying the ship. Bruce Banner turns back into Hulk, or he just turns back in himself when he hits down to Doctor Strange's place. He goes back to Earth, lands into Doctor Strange's place, which I think is a reference to Infinity Gauntlet, where he the Silver Surfer crash lands into the Sanctum Center. Doctor Strange's place. That's basically what it is. I can't say the name correctly. My apologies. I completely forgot about Bruce Banner. My apologies, guys. I keep apologizing. But so that happens. Doctor Strange getting in contact with Bruce Banner. He's like, maybe he's asking, anyone that can help you or help us where we figure out what's going on, and then he's like, Tony Stark probably, and that's when Doctor Strange goes off to find Tony. He's off doing his own thing, probably with Pepper or Happy, and then he brings him to the sanatorium, and they discuss, he said, I forget, there was a clip that recently came out with Bruce saying, about talking about Thanos, and that goes on from there. And then I think that's when the Q ship arrives to New York, and that's when Peter looks out the window, sees it, gets his little spidey sense with his hair sticking out of his arm, and then that's when he goes off and probably goes to investigate while we have Tony Stark, Doctor Strange, Bruce Banner, and Wong go down probably later down the street to see what's going on. I think that's when Cole Obsidian will show up and to fight whatever. I don't know exactly what's going on there. There's a shot with Wong, Doctor Strange, and Bruce frozen, and Tony's walking up, taking his glasses off, and he's got a Mark 50 suit, as I think that's what it's called. People are saying it's Bleeding Edge, I think it's a mix between Bleeding Edge and Invincible Iron Man, because they're pretty much the same suit. It's just people have been saying Bleeding Edge for years. I don't know what's exactly happening in that shot with everyone frozen and Tony putting on the new suits, coming on similar to what Black Panther has with his new suit. But it's really cool. I like the suit a lot. Very sleek and very thin for Tony Stark, and it's a really different kind of suit. So I think there's definitely going to be a battle between Spider-Man and Iron Man and Cole Obsidian. There's some footage of that we saw a little bit of. So I think there's a little fight that's going on there. I don't know what's going on with Doctor Strange and Wong. Maybe they go to investigate the Q ship and they find Ebony Maw, where he's very close to getting the Time Stone. So I don't believe that Ebony Maw succeeds in getting the Time Stone. You see the shot where in the second trailer with Ebony Maw, or has Doctor Strange standing up in the air, and you see Ebony Maw saying shh or being quiet about something. That could be when they board the Q ship, which I'll get onto later. Once again, what else? So there's I think that Cole Obsidian will probably escape. He gets beaten up by maybe Spider-Man and Iron Man, and they go back into the Q ship. Doctor Strange is still on there. I guess maybe Iron Man or Tony gets distracted with something else. Peter gets on there, just with his regular suit, not the Iron Spider suit yet. And I think they'll lead up into space, where we see one of the Super Bowl commercial, the TV spot, where Peter's like holding onto the ship. It's like briefly escaping the atmosphere of Earth, and then he takes off the mask, and then you see another TV spot with him passing out and about to fall off, and you see the two kind of it looks like two things are flying behind. We know one of them's Tony, and I think the other one is probably like the Iron Spider suit flying up towards Pete, so he can put on the suit, so he's fine in outer space, and I think that's how he gets the Iron Spider suit, because I don't think they'll have any kind of break in between all of this happening with the Q ship going on. So yeah, or actually it'd be cool is I think it's that Avengers Initiative. I wonder if Captain America and everyone the others are there, and then they see the suit just leave out of the Avengers Initiative and just go all the way to New York City, to where all the Q ship action's going on. I'm sorry for the background noise. I don't know what's going on out there, but yeah. So I think that probably will happen. So yeah, they get lead in outer space. I think that Tony Stark and Iron Man. Yeah, so yeah, Tony Stark, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange are all now on the Q ship. And it's leading to Titan, which the big battle's going on. I don't know if Cole Obsidian or Ebony Maw are aboard. Probably are. I would assume so. Or if they're just left. I don't know why, but I think they either take over the ship and actually they defeat Cole Obsidian and Ebony Maw, and so they take their directions towards Titan, or they're just castaways pretty much. So I think after a while, I guess that's when Tony knights, quote unquote, knights Peter as an Avenger, and he meets Doctor Strange in person, and for after, with not any kind of fighting going on currently. And that leads into going on to Titan with the Q ship crashing, and then when the Guardians show up, Drax, Star-Lord, and Mantis, since Gamora is quote unquote captured from Thanos, that's what I think. And then so they meet each other, and I think it's like, Star was like, "Who are you guys?" And he's like, "We're the Avengers. We are the Avengers, man." And then Star will recognize, like, "Oh, so you were, the Thor guy?" Like, yeah. So I think they probably go out with a plan, and they send Doctor Strange back in time to see any kind of possible way of defeating Thanos, since he is currently the most powerful being in the universe, with having the space and Power Stone only, which is incredible. I think it's amazing that he's still, he only has 2 stones and he's already powerful. So I guess and then Thanos shows up with perhaps Gamora, or without Gamora, but I think maybe Gamora will show up. And this huge battle occurs on Titan with Tony Stark, Peter Parker, Peter Quill, Drax, Doctor Strange, and Mantis fighting against Thanos. He has the Space and Power Stone, and I guess everyone gets defeated at the end. I know that probably Peter will be beaten up very badly. I don't know if anyone's going to die, but I do think that Gamora is going to die during all of this. Now, there's theories going around that how Thanos gets the Soul Stone, because that's the only Infinity Stone we have not seen in the film yet. And I think that maybe, the Soul Stone's in the universe. In order for someone to get the Soul Stone, they had to sacrifice one, and that's so on. I mean, it seems really far-fetched, but knowing this film, how massive, and this video is already 18 minutes long, I'm almost done in a sense, but I'm not at the same time, if you get what I mean. So I'm trying to figure out here. I think that maybe Thanos has to sacrifice someone that he loves in order for him to get this Soul Stone, so he kills his favorite daughter. And I think it's when Nebula shows up, maybe Star-Lord gets in contact with Nebula, saying, "Hey, your sister's captured, and I know you want to kill your father." So he goes down to Titan, meets him there. Yeah, Nebula's probably in that fight, as we've seen her in Super Bowl commercials, and plus she's in the film. So that will probably happen, and I think that will end up with, that whole team of heroes being left on Titan, defeated, and Thanos goes off to the final battle in Wakanda. So we're going to get back into Captain America and everyone else on the Quinjet. They left the Avengers Initiative, and they go off to Wakanda, where they meet T'Challa, and he's like, "Hey, I have you guys," and then Shuri does surgery on Vision with Dr. Bruce Banner, Bruce Banner. And I guess it doesn't go out well, as they don't have enough time, as these drop ships that are probably from the Sanctuary 2, I can't speak. The Sanctuary 2 is probably right around Earth, and I think that's when they send, my apologies, I cannot speak, That's when they send the Outrider drop ships down to Wakanda, where the Outriders are these 4-armed creatures, or 6 arms, the general Outriders that attack Wakanda. Now I'm starting to lose my voice. That are going to attack Wakanda, and I think that's gonna be a whole battle. So everyone stops. Like they can't perform the surgeries. They have to protect Vision during all this going on, or maybe it does go through. I'm not sure, but there's a shot where Vision's like getting up from the little placement where he was sitting, laying down, where he was being looked at with the Mind Stone in his head. And I think that, well, there's a couple of shots with Vision outside, so I think everyone gets prepared for battle. They have Captain America, T'Challa. I know the other characters from Black Panther, like what's his name? Manabe. I forgot the other. I only know his comic book name. Okole. I believe I said the name incorrectly. My apologies. We have Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Bucky, or White Wolf as everyone's calling him now. Falcon, War Machine, Rhodey, and a couple more characters I'm trying to forget. Bruce Banner, who rebuilds or maybe brings a new, different model of the Hulkbuster. And I think maybe Bruce. I just realized I forgot to talk about with Wong and Bruce in New York City. I don't know what's gonna happen with them there. I think that either Wong, stays back at the sanatorium just to protect it for some apparent reason, and that Bruce just goes off and goes to the Avengers base where he meets up with Cap and everyone else and lets them know. I think that's how they figure what's going on. That makes a lot of sense now. That's when they go to Wakanda. It may happen. I'm sorry I keep going back. It's just so much to accumulate with this movie. So just thinking about the predictions. So the whole battle of Wakanda goes on. The Black Order definitely shows up. I think it's when Cole Obsidian. I think probably Cole Obsidian and Ebony Maw will probably escape the Q ship, and maybe I don't know how Thanos is gonna get the Reality Stone. I don't know what's gonna happen there. Maybe it's on nowhere. I don't know. It seems to be nowhere now. All right, this is a bad joke. I don't know whether the Soul Stone theory is true, but I think he's gonna get the Time Stone after what happened on Titan with Doctor Strange. He's probably gonna get that from our Ebony Maw. We'll get it for him, retrieve it for him, and then so that's how they go off to Wakanda, where the Black Order's there with Proxima Midnight and probably Corvus Glaive there. I don't know if he's gonna die or not. Ebony Maw's probably still alive, but Thanos shows up and everyone's going. The whole battle's going on. I bet Wanda's gonna flip out and probably cast a whole use her powers against a whole field of Outriders and this destroys or obliterates all of them. That'll be really cool. I think that probably happens in one of the trailers. But the whole battle goes on, and with the final shot, and this is probably as far as I'm gonna go, with Cap holding back the Infinity Gauntlet, which only has 2 stones, which are the Power Stone and Space Stone, which mainly Thanos is supposed to have throughout the whole film, but he may have the Time Stone. I don't know if he's gonna get the Reality Stone, probably will. And then the Soul Stone, which we see in the IMAX trailer, Thanos showing up in Wakanda, through that portal. He has pretty much 5 stones, and he's just missing the Mind Stone. I think that there's gonna be a little battle, or a 2-on-2 battle, or 1-on-1 battle. I said 2-on-2. 1-on-1 battle between Captain America and Thanos, and I think that Captain America is gonna die during that. I don't know if Tony's gonna die. There's not a lot description or a lot. There's a couple shots, cool shots of the battle on Titan, but I think that Captain America is probably gonna die, which is a shame because Captain America is probably one of my favorite superheroes other than Spider-Man. But I think that's probably what's gonna happen. And I think the Vision's gonna die also. It's after he's done with Captain America. He's going after Vision, and he's gonna pop the Mind Stone out of his head, and I bet that Vision won't be able to live without it. And I don't know what's gonna go on from there on. Honestly, there's not. I heard some people that saw the movie didn't want to get any spoilers, but the ending is huge. It leaves in the, sort of cliffhanger, where opens up a whole lot of new opportunities or whatever's going on. But thank you all for watching. This is pretty much all I have to say. I'm sorry that this video is so crammed, but it took me pretty much 25 minutes just to talk about the film because there's so much that's going on, and I'm sorry if it feels like I ramble on. But there's so much. I probably missed a couple of things I wanted to say. I missed a couple of characters of what's going to happen with them. I'm sorry if I did. There's just a lot going on with this movie. I think I mentioned as many things as I possibly can. I'm really excited for this movie. If you guys want me to do a movie review, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what your theories are towards the film before you see it. That'd be really cool if you guys want to post that. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up, give a thumbs down. And let me know if you saw Infinity War, if you enjoy it, and please do not put spoilers in the comments, because that really, I will delete them, and I'll report them, and yeah, it won't be good for you. So, thank you for watching. Till then, I'll see you guys next time.